Hello, Sam. Hello, Sam. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hello, Sam.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, Sam. Yeah. Shall we start?
Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to ask one question.
Yeah.
So, what is the? This is not related to this. What is the difference between DevOps and MLOps? See, I know both are from the operation side, and MLOps is from the machine learning side, and DevOps is from the software engineering side. I understand that operations that, and I also understand the basic difference. But I have also seen that the tools which are used for containerization and all those things are kind of similar, like Docker, Kubernetes, and Postman, and all of these. More, I mean, many of the tools are same for DevOps in DevOps engineering and your MLOps engineering. So, what is
Hmm.
the real difference, or it is like or like a person who is working in MLOps can work in DevOps, or a person in working in DevOps can work in MLOps. Is that so? Because the tools I saw are like same. I mean, not all same, but many of the tools are same.
Okay. So as you said, actually, there is no much difference.
Okay.
But actually, DevOps is for automation software delivery. ML ops means machine learning, as you said, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, DevOps, ML ops also included operations, correct?
Right.
Which operations? Machine learning operations related. Okay, and DevOps to ML ops to handle the complexities of machine learning related,
Yes.
like data models, experimentation, and what kind of, there is difference actually. So it means for teams actually in DevOps teams, development plus operations in general developers. Okay,
Mhm.
might it be yeah, .NET developer, might it be a CSS developer, or it might be Java developer. We will support to them these normal general developers. Okay,
Mhm.
so we are as a ML developers, we must know about machine learning. Okay, data science, machine learning engineers. Okay, we
Uh,
also be as a machine learning comes operations team.
okay.
Okay, so but normally in DevOps actually tools which will cover like Jenkins,
Uh,
Ansible, Terraform,
yes.
GitHub, Docker, Kubernetes, normal DevOps tools. Okay,
Yes.
but in ML ops there is different tools like I heard something Kubeflow,
Sage.
MLflow,
Siege
TFX
maker. Siege
something.
maker.
I'm not remembering more
Okay.
because I did not learn and I did not worked on ML ops.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I know little difference like you. So
Okay.
I know some along with the DevOps there are more related to other machine learning tools.
Machine
Okay,
learning.
which will control machine learning related. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
Jenkins did GitHub and GitHub Actions or Docker, Kubernetes, which will be control the applications in general. Okay,
Right.
but uh, comes to here ML related, machine related tools. Okay,
Mhm.
whatever that tools, whatever application which are running on that machine learning, I'm not clear, I'm not much aware that,
Mhm.
but there is little difference. Okay,
Some difference. Okay.
tools are different. Okay, Jenkins tools, GitHub tools, and Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, we have seen all these things in DevOps.
Yes. Yes.
In machine learning different tools will be there like Kubeflow, DVC something, Airflow. I heard something. Okay,
Yeah. At the same time, Kubernetes.
testing for machine learning we could not able to do with the same tools. Okay, there will be
Okay.
other tools, I'm not
Mhm.
remembering that names, but testing also will be there,
Okay.
different. Okay, machine learning tool testing tools will be different, but that should be operated by operator, like
Okay. Okay.
ML ops team. Okay,
Yeah. Got it.
like monitoring related we might see Prometheus, Grafana, etc.,
Right.
etc. Okay, but monitoring different tools will be there, not these tools.
Okay.
That makes the difference. Okay,
Okay.
that makes
Tools
the
are
difference, right? So
tools are
code,
different.
versioning related in the sense, GitHub you might have added, right? That
Yes. Yes.
GitHub you see code versioning related to in our DevOps team, source code, and code data model versioning, code plus something, um, something will be there.
Yes.
I'm not remembering that names right now. So maybe code plus data plus something name. There are some different other tools are there for versioning also. Okay.
Okay.
So in the pipelines comes to pipelines, CI/CD pipelines are there for us. Jenkins example, GitHub
Yes.
Actions are there,
Yes.
like that. CI/CD, there is actual CI/CD plus and data models, different data models, different methodologies are there. Okay,
Right.
so comes to artifactor, we might see in using application code binaries, etc., etc. And in our DevOps,
Mhm.
there is actually some other models like
Mhm.
ML models, ML law artifacts, something like that. There is it makes more difference. Okay, both are not same.
Both are not
That
same.
is
Okay.
high level. High level means if you want to go to the first ML ops, you must learn machine learning.
Machine learning. Correct.
Yes, machine learning model development, that is completely related to machine learning. Okay, so if you want to operate it first, you must know about all these things, right?
Happening behind. Yeah.
So in the development in DevOps, so normally in DevOps, no need to write code and no need to
Exactly.
involve as a developer, but you can handle it, right?
Yeah.
You can handle the tools here. They're
Yeah.
actually not like that. If you want to be become as a ML ops, actually you must know about
Machine
ML
learning.
machine learning also.
Okay.
That's what actually, because that is new, right?
Yes, that's very new. Yeah, I
That is
have
very
even
new.
heard this term very recently, 6 months only.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Highly advanced topic. Highly advanced,
Right, right, right.
right?
Yeah,
In future we do have a future also, but you need to keep more focus on it.
right.
So if you cover with this DevOps also, it will be bit easy because you already know the flow, you know the
Yes,
process, right? If you know the process, if you can able to write, if you can able to, if you know, if you can able to drive a two wheeler anything, so you can also get you can if you know driving for the shine or passion or something,
right,
so
right.
you can able to drive Royal Enfield, right?
Anything, yeah.
Anything like, okay, for example, if you know how to drive a Hyundai car, you can able
Hmm.
to drive Tata also, right? Same kind of.
Of course.
So but the thing is brands are different, operations are different, complete different structure is there.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
Hyundai car and Tata both will be not the same, but function is the same only. Function
Right.
is the same. Function means four wheels will be there, like
Yeah.
that. Minimum standard basic functions will be there, but remaining all will be different. That's what.
Yes.
That's what difference between MLOps and DevOps.
Yes, yes.
Right? Shall we go into our topic now?
Yes, yes. Please, please. Why not?
Yeah. So yeah, today we are going to discuss about VPC. So have you heard about this VPC?
Yes, virtual private cloud.
Yes.
Yeah. So by default, it is created when we start an instance, but we can also create our own VPC and subnets. It
Yeah.
is it keeps on just like that. It keeps on changing. Keeps there's an IP address which is there
Yeah.
changing. It keeps our servers safe from hacking and all that.
Yeah. So yeah, 1 second, Sam. Let me cross check whether it is recording or not. 1 second. Okay, all good. Yeah. So we are going to discussing about
VPC.
VPC. The full form of VPC is virtual private cloud. Okay. It is actually easy service. Don't worry. Okay. It is not that much difficult, but it is very important. Okay, it is very important service of it actually. uh, so the you can understand with the name itself. Okay, virtual means everything in AWS, that is in virtual, right? Everything will be in AWS virtually. We are creating, not physically. Okay, we are creating VPC in virtually. Okay, so
Yes.
which is not physical. So everything is virtual component which will be provided by AWS. Okay, physical means which we can able to see, which we can able to touch. Correct. So but we are not creating it physically, right? There is no any physical infrastructure for the VPC, right? So this is actually virtually created by which virtually we can able to create using the AWS service, AWS help. Okay, so but still we can use that. It is not virtual. Everything is virtual private. It is in private. Okay, it is private cloud.
Yes.
Means whatever you keep, it will be in a private. Okay, so it is not public. So whatever you keep, you will be keep in particularly, means your private space. Your project will be in a private. Okay, if you consider this entire screen, for suppose this one. Okay,
Yes.
the whole um, for suppose it is actually one kind of public cloud. Okay, AWS. Okay, in this also, we can able to keep our own space, right? I'll take another example.
Are
For
you writing
example,
something, sir?
for example, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. Excuse
There's
me,
no
I'm
screen.
extremely sorry, Sam. You would have told me. Sorry, I forgot to share. Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah. This is what I have written. Oh, all right. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for letting me know.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. For suppose you might have joined in one hostel or PG somewhere.
Yes.
In
Yes.
hostels, so you will have beds like this, right? One, two, three, four. Sometimes four sharing also will be there. Sometimes two sharings will be there, right?
Yes.
So, but thing is, even if you are in one room, okay, everybody has their own different beds, correct? So
Yes.
this person will not occupy your bed, and so this person will not occupy your bed. Okay, generally they will come and go, but no, normally dedicated one bed will be there for you, right? Always,
Yes.
right? This will be completely for you. Okay, this will be belonging to you, this will be belonging to A, this will be belonging to B, this belonging to C. Okay, this will be belonging to G, like you for suppose if you are here, so this is yours, so this is dedicatedly like this. In AWS also, for your project you can keep particularly especially in VPC. For one VPC you can able to create it separately for your project. Okay, that project you can lot more projects will be there, lot more projects. For suppose example, so there will be 100 projects are there in your cloud, for suppose. Okay, all are in one VPC, which means default. Okay,
Okay.
so what will, does it really make sense? Because all under in one fall. For suppose if this VPC uh,
Becomes slow.
deleted or deprecated or expired or something, anything happens to this VPT, what will happen?
It's
100
100.
will be affected. 100, correct?
Yes.
So for every project we have our own separate VPC. We are going to create separate VPC. Okay. In banks also, there are a lot more accounts, 100,000. Okay, millions of accounts will be there in banks, but
Yes.
your account is separate, your block is completely separate. Okay,
Yes.
you can able to enter, you can able to log in, you can able to log off, you can able to do whatever you want. You, if you want to keep money you can keep, or if you want to remove you can keep, or you can remove money from that bank. But you have only access, other people cannot enter, right? Which means your account is a kind of project. Okay, your project. Okay, other people's related other projects, you can compare like this. Okay, right? I think
Yes. Yes.
my example you understood,
Yes. Yes. Understood.
right? VPC. So for suppose this is one cloud. Oh, excuse me, this is not correct. I'll keep properly. Okay. Okay. So for suppose this is one VPC. Okay. So that VPC 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 slash 16. Okay. You
Okay.
understood, right? What is this?
Yes. Yes. Stan 16. This is like the sub mask.
Yeah, subnet mask.
But
Yeah, subnet mask. You remember very good. Okay, this is actually subnet mask. Okay,
right.
in this subnet mask, what you mentioned 16. Okay, which means these many IP addresses. Which means what is the highest number?
32.
32. So how much you taken?
16.
16. 32. You if you subtract, how many? How much will be there?
16 only.
16.
16.
2 power 16. Okay. 2 power how many numbers? 2 power 16 means
Too many.
too many. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what is that? Please try to calculate.
Okay. Don't I don't have that scientific calculator right now.
Me too. Yeah, okay, so let us calculate. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 32 till here. Okay, 8. 32 plus 8, 70. Okay,
I think 65,000 something. No? I don't think.
yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah.
60,000.
I'm
Yes.
just looking for a proper number,
Yeah.
exact number.
65,536.
65.
65,536.
This much.
Yeah.
Okay, super. Right. So these many IP addresses hold it. Okay. So we are
Yes.
holding these many IP addresses.
Yes.
65,536 IPs are we are holding for this VPC.
That's that's too much.
Yeah, too much, very much enough.
Yeah.
This is I want to take a big lot number. That's why I have taken like this. Okay. Let me delete unnecessary stuff. We will go very slow. Try to understand. It is
Mhm.
important concept. That's why I'm not going hurry. Okay. Let's keep like this. So these many IP addresses we are holding, right? So yeah. So yeah. 1 second. Right. So example, in your locality, you have house, right? For
Yes.
your house, you'll have main gate.
Mhm.
I will take this. So maybe in your locality, your house is here. Here, main gate will be there for your house, right? Okay, this is your main gate. Okay, so your house is inside. There are a lot more bedrooms will be there. Okay, some bedrooms, etc. Okay, for suppose in this locality, if somebody want to enter, they can able to enter in this locality, but this is your private space, right? If somebody want to enter, they can able to enter through main gate, but without your permission, they could not able to enter inside your personal bedrooms, right?
Yes. Yes.
Uh, they will use some calling bells. Okay, they will ask the permission. Okay, they will not enter your private space. Okay, why? Because this is completely restricted place, because your personal area, so nobody will enter here, right? Same way, in this, for example, if you create your own VPC, so other projects, other people cannot able to use that. They can't use. Okay, so for that purpose. Okay, so for example, um one user is there. Okay, this is, for suppose, this is a web server. Okay, and this is um, database. Okay, for suppose this process is for YouTube. Just imagine YouTube. Okay, initially, if you want to access, you can able to access something whatever you want through web server itself. Everything will be accessed by web server itself. Okay, but not database server. Okay, so you can see the YouTube content. Okay, you can see, but you can't edit the original content of other other data which is in database server. Okay, so no one have access to the database server directly, but you can see the content which is in public through web server, which means there is actually connection in between. So this web server and database server. Okay, but through which actually you can able to access it, but you cannot directly access to this web server, database server, right?
Yes. 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 Yes.
You are accessing only here till here only you have a permission. So whatever the content is publicly available, that content only you are able to access. But their
Yes.
inside personal, I mean personal, not personal, their data centers, whatever the database is there, that database, whatever information are there, that information you directly cannot access. There is no any kind of authorities. Okay, if keep if I want to keep everything at one place like web server, so database server all together in one, right, in one. And how can I provide secure, I mean what I'm trying to say is,
There will be no security.
so I'm trying to say, for example, so this is web server. Okay, again this is database server. Okay,
Yes.
I have given access to here. Okay, you are trying to access, so web server also, your database server also. So what will happen? So if I give all permissions to here for
I
this
can do
and this
anything.
also, where is the security here? Is it correct?
No, no,
So
no.
if you access the database, something happens. Okay, any malfunctioning happen or some anything happens. Okay, hacking happen.
Deleted.
Entire your main database will be deleted. So
Deleted.
then what will happen? Entire content also will be deleted. Whoever entire across the globe who are using this web content, so that will be disappear, right? So this is not the right way, right? So we should not keep web server and database server at one place. Okay, web server separate space, database separate space will keep. Okay, I will show you. I'll do one thing here. This is, yeah. Suppose this is, okay, web server. Okay, and this is database server. Right. So for suppose you can consider this is a subnet A. Okay, this is subnet B. Okay, right. For each subnet, I need to assign one IP. So you understood, right?
Yes.
Entire VPC, I have taken two servers. Okay, so one server I have taken subnet A, the other one I have taken subnet B. If you want, you can take more also. Correct. But for my requirement, I have taken two. Okay.
For subnet A, it is web server, and subnet B is
Yes.
web server.
Database. Right. This is for subnet A is for web server. Subnet B is for database server.
Right.
Okay. So for suppose 10.0.0.0/16. So what will happen next to 1 will be there. After 2 will be there. 0.1, 0.2. Next until that. So it will be 0.255 next number, right? Last number. Okay. Again after that 1 again the same will be till here next to 255 255. Okay, 0.0.255 it will get last this number next after this number. Okay, so next after that what it will start, 0 1 next to 2. So it will keep on moves like this, right, the numbers. Okay,
Yes.
so what I'm trying to do is here whatever the number, I'm actually blocking entire subnet A. I'm going to blocking one subnet. For suppose I'm going to take here example 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot sorry 1 dot, I will take like this 1.0/24. Okay, 32 minus 24.
8.
24 8, right, 2 power 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 power 8. 32. 32 into 2. 64. What is total 2 power 8?
I think 256, right?
Yeah, 256. Yeah, 2 power 8 is actually 256. Right,
256.
exactly. 64 into, okay. 256. Right. So 256 numbers I am holding for this subnet A.
Mhm.
Okay. So which means, so we actually here actually taken 10 dot 0 dot, which means entire one block. This block I am actually holding.
Yeah.
Again, other block I am going to hold. Okay, this one. This one. Two related. Okay, I'll clearly tell you what 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0 slash 16 for suppose. What I'm trying to say is next number would be, so 1. Okay, 2 dot 0 255 last. Okay, next 2 dot 0 255 like this, right? And next 3 dot 0 255 10 dot. So after finishing entire series, it will be start with 0 series. After finishing, what series will start? 1 series will start. After that, 2 series will start. After that, 3 series will start, right?
Why is it starting from 10.0123? Why it's not starting from the last one?
Come again.
It is starting from you're saying 10.000, then 10.1. Why it's not starting from the last one, the 10.0.0.1, like this?
See, so which means 10 dot 0 dot 0 dot 0. Okay.
This
Next
is the first
10
one.
dot 0 dot 0 dot
One.
1. Okay. So this will complete last number would be 255, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
You understood previously, that's why I'm not clearly explaining.
Okay,
So
okay.
next what it would be, so this is the last number, right? 10
Yeah,
dot, again 0 dot 0 dot
yeah,
255, right?
right,
Next
right.
what would be 10 dot, tell me what 10 dot.
Zero.
This is actually one block, it is completed the entire this block.
This is
Okay,
one complete, yeah.
right, one block completed. Next what
Next
will be the
is
next block?
0.01. One, right?
1 dot 0.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes. Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
10 dot 0 dot 0 dot
Two.
1 dot 1. Next
One.
after lastly 255 will come. Again
Yeah.
after this 255 will come.
Right, right.
And 0 will become. So this much we can't write here in
Right.
this space.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
That's why I just only mentioned here blocks. So
Okay,
first
okay.
0 block, after 1 block will start.
Right,
After
right.
the 2 block will start. After the 3 block will
Yeah,
start.
got it, got it, got it, got it. Yeah.
Correct. Just why I written here in the sense, I just mentioned only blocks instead of
Mm-hmm.
writing everything. Even I could not able to write one block here in this place.
Right, 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 right.
So no space there, right? So what I'm trying to say here, actually the same way I'm actually taking one block here like this. Any of something, which means 256 numbers I am holding here in this
Yeah.
subnet A. Okay, in this one series I'm taking. Here I will take two series. 10 dot 0 dot 2 dot 0 slash 24. You understood?
Right, right,
Here actually one block I have taken. This is second block I have taken for this. Which
right,
means
right.
here I have holded 256 numbers.
Yeah.
Here actually holding 256 numbers.
Yeah.
Numbers means IPs,
Eyepiece.
right? So let me wipe this. So it's, oh my, this is not that much easy. One second. But according to your requirement, you have to hold. Okay, that you, unnecessarily you should not keep, right?
Mhm. But who decides to give it slash 24 slash 16 slash 10?
Networking team will be there for that. Specially separate networking team will be there.
Okay.
But you are as a DevOps team, you must know. That's why I'm just covering this. Okay. So as an admin, you also need to have that much
Understand.
knowledge, right? So there you need to work very closely. You need to work with networking team. So you need to request for that. I'm just removing this. Not that much easy. Okay. This is much better. Okay. Okay. So you understood? Subnet A is actually 110.0.1.0/24, which is subnet mask 24 I have taken. For this is one series and this is the second series. Okay. So
Yes.
now if I take a big cake example, I will tell. Now I will use this. This is a very big cake I have taken. On your birthday, I bought one cake. Okay. So in this, I'm going to cut into pieces in that cake or out of that. I'm cutting into two pieces. Okay. So in the middle, for suppose. Okay.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the middle, I'm cutting into two pieces. So you cut into any number of pieces like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, or like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay. Whatever, any number of pieces, but all pieces must be inside that, right?
Yeah.
Inside that cake only, correct? So
Yeah.
you can cut into many number of, it's up to you, whatever number, it's up to you. Okay, but
Mhm.
all the pieces must be inside of the cake. You can't have one piece like this, right, separate
Mhm.
outside, right? So you can't
Yes.
cut outside everything. Whatever you piece you want to take, you just need to take it inside. Okay,
Yes.
so you can cut into any number of pieces, but those must be inside of the, oh, this cake. Okay, so also same like big network, out of this big network, okay, this much, in this, only in this big network you are taking these pieces. Okay, so I'm divided into two. I mean, keeping as two subnet, it's okay, right? That
Mhm.
means 10.0.1.0/24 means whatever here. So 256 numbers you are holding for this, and 256 numbers you are holding this, and these two are under this only. Okay,
Yes.
correct. So in this only, in the this range only, we have actually taken. For example, you might have taken here 10.0.0.0, sorry, 1 2 3 4 slash 30, for suppose
Mhm.
30,
Two. Two.
32, 2 power 2, how much? 4. So
Four.
can you able to take this much? Is it correct? For suppose if I take this, don't forget this. For suppose if I take this one for VPC, whole VPC, can you able to take this? No,
No.
it should be come under this only.
Right.
Okay, it should be come under this. So not,
So,
it should not exceed under this one actually.
mhm.
So whatever subnets you are going to choose, that subnet should be under this.
Under this.
Okay, it should not exceed. Okay,
Okay.
so that's actually good practice. Otherwise, it won't accept.
Okay.
While you are creating VPC, so
Mhm.
main VPC, so it will be under main VPC itself.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is good point, right? So next, so that means in VPC you can able to launch 2 power 16. Okay, 2 power 16, something which number is here. Okay, it is easy to so these many instances you can able to launch, okay, with this VPCs. Okay, VPCs or web servers or databases or whatever you hold it this much, in the sense you can create lot number, these many IP addresses you can able to use. Okay, you can able to launch 2 power 16 instances if you want.
This. Yeah. This
Okay,
is under this 3P.
yeah,
Under this subnet.
Yeah, 2 power 16 in the sense 65,536 IP addresses you have. So these many IP addresses, see these many instances you can able to launch.
Subnet.
Anything, it might be subnet or it might be EC2. EC2 instance also should be under this, right? What does it mean web server? Web server means it's a kind of EC2 instance, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So these many instances you can able to launch. So those many IP addresses actually we have all are available. Okay, all right. So in this subnet B, you can launch 2 power 18 and means 256.
Similar.
Yeah, 256 IPs you have. So I have given uniform. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Now you might thinking, Lokesh, bit confusion here. You know, assigned range and dividing subnets, but what we are understanding properly. Okay, so I do, so which means so everything you are actually trying to bifurcating this like this.
Mm-hmm.
So here, if you are not responsible IPs, okay, IP ranges and subnets, so
Mm-hmm.
what will happen? For example, if I am as a DevOps engineer or AWS administrator, if I don't know all these things, if I don't have experience to manage all these things, so what will happen? You already asked this question and I'm repeating. Okay,
Yes.
so simple. Actually, we should have network team. Okay, so they will assign the IP ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they will give IPs to the subnets, but you must be coordinated with them. So you'll have a lot more meetings while you are creating VPCs. While creating one VPC or one project, there are a lot more meetings will be there without any permission. You can't keep anything blindly. Okay,
Yes.
so with all the meetings and officially you need to select. Actually they will so whatever your superiors or your team, they will decide. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this network team will work. They will actually work with you very closely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they will help you. No problem at all. Okay, so that's fine. So that means, um, so you have 256 IP addresses now. Okay.
Yes.
So when you launch any instance inside VPC, that instance will take one private IP from that range. Okay, that must start from 10.10 series. Okay,
Yeah.
you understood? If you,
Yes.
for example, if you create any VPC, okay, so or when you launch any instance inside your VPC, that instance will take one private IPs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that range must start from 10 series, because you told
Mm-hmm.
10, right?
Right.
Okay, in that range. So so that it should start from 10 dot 0 dot something this series. Okay, so any number, it admitting by any number, if you launch any instance here, that should start from 10 or 10 series only. Okay, this is what I would like to add one point here. Okay, so that means when you construct any room or house, so you can think by default. So each every room kind of one bedroom, one master room, something like that,
Yes.
right? So which means that is default, right? Same way in VPC it is started with 10, means it will be start with the 10 series. Any VPC, if you any private IP you want, it will start with the 10.0.0.0.1. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one IP address will be allocated for. So public IP will be decided by AWS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, private IP will be taking from here itself.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, this private IP will be assigned from you in this range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm now. So one second. Okay, okay. So So now I am segregating. So this is as a subnet A and this is subnet B. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to create one. I'm going to create in Mumbai for suppose this is Mumbai region. This is Mumbai region. I'm here. Okay. So right now my laptop is somewhere in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mumbai for suppose. This is Mumbai VPC and I am here in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So right now I'm here in Pune. So since they are actually private subnets, okay. So no one can access from outside. This is
Mm-hmm.
private subnet. Okay, this is private subnet. This is
Yeah.
also private subnet. So nobody. I'm actually in Pune somewhere, but I want to access this, but I don't have any access because this is private subnet, right?
Yes.
Initially it would be private. Okay. So so no one will be accessible in a private subnet. But so what I want, so what is good for good database source actually? So what that's not I mean
Can't be hacked.
yes, yeah. See, I want everyone should access my server. So you mean actually it is private, it is private, it is private, everything private. So but I want to access.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to access web server. How? Right? So I want everyone should be access my web server, but database server should be in private. You
Right.
understood my concept,
Yeah, got it.
right? So that means they cannot access my database, okay? But everybody public should be accessible by public should be accessed this web servers.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is actually currently it is a private. This is also private. Now I want to this should be private as usual, but if I want to access my web server, I want to make it as a public. You understood?
Yes.
So I need to convert that subnet into public subnet.
Yes.
Okay. So you need to convert it public subnet. So you, if you want to convert any subnet into public subnet, there are two conditions should be met. Okay. The condition one is if you want to make any subnet as public subnet, the first condition is every server. Okay. So every server will get one private IP address. Private IP. For this also, private IP will be there. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So server will have private IP. This also, this also. But if you want to make any subnet public subnet, inside that subnet, every server should have public IP. You understood? One subnet have private IP and public IP,
Mm-hmm.
and this subnet have private IP and public IP,
Yes.
right? So then what I have to do? So using this, I'm as a user using this public IP, I can able to access. Correct?
Excellent. Yes.
So inside VPC, if someone want to access, they have used public IP address, okay, and okay. But thing is, we don't have public net right, internet right. So it is in somewhere in VPC,
Mm-hmm.
okay, somewhere it is in there. But we actually opened private IP, public IP we have given. That's okay. So I want use this. Every web server should have a public key. Okay. So then only my customers can able to access. So what I'm trying to do these web servers, I'm going to launch manually uh, one for example in auto scaling for suppose in auto scaling, whenever auto scaling launches any web server, every web server should have a public IP address. So
Right.
that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to enable. that option subnet level. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm going to enable the public IP in subnet level. Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, so then this public IP will be enabled here, private IP enable. Here my web servers will be there. I will keep web server here. Okay, I will keep here database server DB. Okay, so now what will happen? So now I can able to access using public key here. Okay, if someone want to access from outside, so they will use public IP to access. Okay,
Yes.
they will use public IP. With whatever public IP is there, using this public IP, he can able to access it, and he can use that whatever. Okay, but second problem is destination is one IP address is ready. Okay, here actually, here you see here, I will remove this 1 second. Oh shit. Yeah, I will remove this. Okay, so I'm going to, so first of all, I'm actually here, so I want to connect right here till here.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, I need to connect to, I need to pass through here. I'm going to use my home internet, right? Here
Mhm.
actually my internet will be there, I need to connect with it from
Yes.
Pune to till Mumbai. Okay, so VPC, this VPC Mumbai VPC, I'm
Mhm.
going to use home internet, right?
Mhm.
But from inside VPC to the subnet. Okay,
Mhm.
from inside VPC to subnet,
Mhm.
something should be there. We
Right.
don't have any connection. So till here I can able to connect through my internet. Actually, I can able to access till here. But if I want to connect inside of the servers, how? Okay, so there is no any connectivity. It is actually private. Correct. Something should be there, right?
Yes.
That is called IG, means internet gateway,
Wait.
through which it will be, it can be connect, it can able to connect. So so we have enabled public IP. Okay, okay, using this internet gateway, we have to provide internet supply. Submit, I need to provide internet access, subnet this. Okay, if you open this internet gateway to VPC, so automatically the public, this web server will get internet. Okay, using this internet gateway. Okay, internet gateway can attach to VPC, this VPC, right? And this internet, actually, it is responsible to provide the internet supply to the entire internet gateway. It will provide the internet to the entire VPC.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
see, two conditions are met. Okay, if you want to make any subnet, public subnet, you have to enable public first, this one, right?
Agree.
And second thing, you should have internet,
Of course.
right? So till from here I will connect. Got it? Through till here, actually I'm in Pune somewhere, I am using actually my internet to connect till here Mumbai VPC. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right, if I want to reach here, so how I can able to connect? No, right? So because this is complete in private mode.
Public
If I
IP.
want, yeah, if this is in private, somewhere it is in private. So if you want to access, you must need to follow some standard rules. So actually, for VPC, if internet gateway is there, if you have internet gateway through which you can able to connect with the web server.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So when you create any subnet default, that is private. So then make one subnet as public. Okay. So in which launch web server makes subnet, public subnet, condition should be met. Okay,
Mhm.
already we opened public IP and private IP. Okay, so yeah, so using this internet gateway, we have actually connected. Okay, so I want myself, now here see, I want myself. Should I go inside web server? through SSH?
Yeah, HTTP.
Yeah. So in that case, I do see I can open SSH port only to myself. Okay. Or my company employees are administrated SSH port. The system admins, DevOps engineers, UI teams, all they should able to go inside web server, okay, to install the package, okay. They can create HTML file, etc., etc.
Mhm.
But no one should able to access the web server through SSH.
Okay.
Okay. So now I'm only administrator. Okay. That's I'm opening SSH port to myself. I
Okay.
want everything should access my web page. That's only HTTP port to all.
Okay.
Okay. So for suppose I will um, so for example this website is there. What I'm trying to say is, Sam,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this website is there. That website nobody cannot have any access. They can able to open. They can able to see the content. That's it,
Yeah.
right? So but they could not able to go inside that, right, administrator level. So for that, if for example this website content want to change,
Yeah.
you understood, so maybe if it is HTML or CSS or etc., etc., that
Huh?
content you need to change, but you need
Ch-
to have access, right?
Yes, I can't. If I can't have access, then I
Me,
can't.
for example, if it is this me, I can able to connect through SSH port.
Yes,
Okay. And this should be accessible to everybody, right?
mm-hmm.
So if they want to access to everybody, all, okay, if everybody want to access this, we need to open HTTP port.
Yes. Yes.
HTTP port, right?
Yes.
Right. So this is fine now. So now you can able to access web content through HTTP port.
Yes.
Everybody. So outside the people can able to just they can able to access. They can browse it. They can use it. But you are as an administrator, if you want to control this, if you want to modify anything, you can able to connect through SSH connection,
Right.
right?
Right.
So what will the background what is happening? This web server is connected with the database. Is
Mm.
it correct?
Yes.
Because this, whatever the content is there, that content is pulling from database.
Database.
So it is backend. It is connected with the database. Correct. But if I keep like this, if I, for example, this database is MySQL. Okay. For example, if I keep like this, what will happen? So this is only this this level only this web server. See, here you need to observe, Sam. Actually, I allowed only for this web server.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So, but something if I mention something like other web server here other web server, I have 5 to 6 web servers here. Again, for every web server, do I need to open for database?
No.
Okay. You can open, but it is actually manual process, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then what we will do is we will open this port to entire this level. Okay, this subnet level.
Okay.
Got it? If you open port to subnet level, so whatever you create here, any websites you create, okay. So no need to separately, no need to open
Okay.
port. Okay,
This last part you can explain again.
okay. I'll tell you.
This last part, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. 1 second. I'll tell you. See here, currently, so this is web server, right? This web server is actually whatever
Connected.
the content. If you want to access this content,
Coming
there
from.
should be connection, backend connection should be there with the database.
Right.
Okay. If I do connection like this only, so this whatever the database is there, that database, using this database, you can able to access the content. In
Mm-hmm.
future, if I want to launch auto scaling,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so I will keep lot more groups. Okay, auto scaling groups here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for that auto scaling groups, if you want to allow this entire database, you need to open the port to enter subnet, right? Subnet level. If you open the port, this port, subnet level, so you will give the complete access, right?
Mhm.
So whatever remaining auto scaling related all the instance, they can able to um, access it database
Mhm.
individually if you allow it. So for example, in future if you launch the auto scale, it doesn't allow, right, this database.
Mhm.
You understood? For that purpose,
Yeah, yeah, understood.
so I opened the port, mysql port, entire subnet level.
Complete subnet level. Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
so that's why I
SSH, HTTP.
yes, this level, subnet level I opened. Okay, Sam, one minute, Sam, actually I'll have some water.
Yeah, yeah, please, please. Yeah, just let's take a break of 1 minute.
Just 1 minute, just 1 minute.
I'll also come.
I'm back, Sam. Thanks.
Just 30 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sam. So yeah, I'm opening this port to subnet level. Enter the subnet level. Whatever
Yes.
you keep the servers inside the subnet, so then this database will be able to accessible. Okay. So any server, whatever you keep, any server, a lot more servers in this. Okay. So at the time you can able to access the database. Okay. Means that can connect each other. Okay. So next. So one more point. So before doing this, so you need to have one table. Okay, that is actually route table. So internet gateway is actually provide the internet to the VPC. Okay, so what route table will do is this route table will provide the IPs. Okay,
Okay.
okay, it will provide route table, and after that it will connect with this subnet A. Okay, fine.
Okay.
So here actually we are allowing two security ports, security groups. One is actually SSH,
HTTP.
okay. The other one is HTTP,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
So yeah, that's fine. So now, so now it will become public subnet. Okay. So this is actually private subnet. You understood now, Sam? You can ask me directly any
Yes,
question.
yes. Yes, yes. Yes. So Yeah.
Why
So
why it is for private subnet? Why it is public subnet?
right. But to if we want to make changes, so we will open it to SSH and HTTP also
Yeah.
ports.
Yeah. So earlier before creating anything, so first
Right.
we do have actually VPC. In
VPC.
this VPC, you created subnet A and subnet B.
Understood.
Initially, you did not give any connections to anything. So
Anything.
these both are actually private subnet.
Private subnets.
But what we have done is actually, so for every subnet we opened public IP and private IP, public IP and private IP. Okay. So whenever this web server is there, this
Okay.
web server, whenever we have actually given internet
Internet.
gateway.
Right.
Okay. This internet gateway we provided for the supplying the internet to the VPC.
VPC.
Okay. And this internet gateway is connected to public subnet directly,
Yes.
right? Not here.
Right.
You must observe this, not here.
Right.
So whenever you connected here with internet gateway, then this will become public subnet
Yes.
because public can able to access through HTTP port.
HTTP port.
Okay, but you are as an administrator, you can able to access through SSH connection.
Yes.
Correct? You clear?
Right. Right.
So
Right.
this still we kept this in private.
Private.
So we did not allow anything to here. Okay, I will take,
Right.
okay, this. So right. So now again one more question.
Yes.
Okay. So you are as a admin, you can able to access this web server using SSH connection. But how can I able to access this database? Right?
Yes. True.
Sam, you must get this question. So
Yes.
for
Yes.
example, something happened to database. How can I connect? Because you kept everything in private.
Private.
Me as a admin, me as a public, anybody, how can they enter inside? Right?
Right.
See, if you are as an admin, if you want to go inside this database, okay, you opened this MySQL port for this okay for accessing purpose, which means data only will be pull. This data will pull and this will show to this public. That's okay, but
Mhm.
we can't enter this right inside.
We can't enter because it's a
You can't
private.
enter. So
Private.
yeah, so for this actually separately you need to create other server. Okay, I'm going to create other server here to access this. Okay, so that server have SSH connection through SSH. This is separate SSH. Okay, this is for me as admin, DB admin. You can say. Okay, so I can able to connect. Okay, I can able to connect this database server using this server called as jump server. You are directly jumping in DB. Okay,
Okay.
so jump server or bastion.
Okay. Still.
You understood, Sam? So
Right.
in
Right.
this database, nobody can able to access. Public cannot able to access. You are as admin, you can't access anybody. Nobody have permissions in this
Mm.
database. Okay. So to specifically, if you want to enter or if you want to control database or if you want to do any changes in this database, there
Yeah.
is one server called Bastion server.
The jump server.
Okay, or jump server. You are directly jumping into this database. That is the you are directly jumping in this database. That's why it's called as jump server. Okay, in UK the people call actually Bastion. In Sydney region they call jump server. US and UK people. So this
Okay.
actually two names are there. Okay,
Okay.
this jump server is for accessing
Access
database because
data.
if you able to give the permissions to here, hackers can able to access this database, right?
Mm.
So to avoid those kind of issues, you are actually giving separate permission for database, which is actually Bastion. Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
So uh, again, you should have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so how can I able to access this database Bastion?
Yes.
So for this Bastion, you should have public IP and private IP, but you should not share with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This Bastion jump server, this is not a service which is not provided by AWS. This is actually EC2 instance.
Okay.
Okay. You need to create this. Got it?
Okay.
You need to create this Bastion service as a EC2 instance. You need to open the port which is actually
SSH.
SSH for you to enter. Sam is going to enter through SSH port, and again you are actually again you need to open inbound and outbound rules of MySQL port. Why? Because DB, this is MySQL DB, right?
Right.
This is MySQL DB. That is the reason you need to open again MySQL port to this subnet B,
Okay.
private subnet. For this private subnet, you need to open the MySQL port. Okay, in security groups, there is actually separate port for MySQL.
Okay.
Okay, depends upon your database. There is all the ports are available. Okay, I'm going to open MySQL port to here
Mm-hmm.
for Bastion.
Okay.
Okay, so you opened here. Okay, so through which, so this process you need to do, through which you can able to access the database. So now database is very secure, right?
Yes.
Nobody can able to access, but you only can able to access, right? So database is very much secure now, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you need to get the question again. Okay, so that's fine. So that is okay. Here actually, public internet is there. That's why people can able to access the internet. Without internet, how can I able to connect all these two servers? Okay, you also need to give the internet to this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Without internet, how can you access this? How can you connect it together, Sam?
Yeah, internet has to be there. Yes.
Yes, has to be there. So that's why. So this is separate. I'm just making it as separate. Okay, and also I will keep. Got it. So now, Sam, I will explain 100 times, but you need to understand. Okay. So this is web server. This is database server. So now again one question. So you need to give the internet to the database server. So
Mm-hmm.
how?
Okay.
Okay. So there is a concept called NAT. NAT. Okay. So you need to. This is NAT is actually service
Mm-hmm.
provided by AWS.
Okay.
Okay. This NAT you need to connect with this database
Directly
server.
to the database server.
Yes. Okay. You can able to find this NAT in AWS. If you type in global search NAT, you will find NAT. Okay.
Okay.
NAT. This is actually called NAT gateway.
At gateway.
Okay. This is internet gateway. This is NAT gateway.
Okay.
This is route table. So if you provide internet gateway, you need to provide route tables also,
Route table also.
right? So that's the reason route table also provided. Okay, this entire concept is important, Sam. This concept you will cover in Terraform also.
Okay.
Okay,
The
so
framework
this
we should
route
know.
table, internet gateway, VPC, without all these things, you could not able to create infrastructure.
One should know the framework.
Yeah. So this is complete framework, right?
Right.
Okay. So route table. So now NAT gateway, right? NAT gateway to entire private subnet. Okay, so this entire private subnet I already connected here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you need to route table. Why we need to these many route means what I'm trying to say is
Yeah.
we actually need to give route table to. So here actually using a internet gateway, public internet gateway, route table provided, right?
Yeah.
Same way you need to create a route table. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
Okay.
through internet gateway only you will give connection to the to NAT, right?
See, this is a public internet gateway, Sam.
To this public gateway.
This is public internet gateway, but
NAT is private.
that is also kind of internet. It will also provide internet, but it is private. Okay,
Private.
which this will be controlled by AWS.
Okay.
This will also provide internet, but this is actually highly secured.
Okay.
This internet is completely securely providing internet to this private subnet.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So we are going to connect with uh, this private subnet. Okay, and this NAT. Whenever you create NAT, the IP address must be there for this also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
private IP address must be there. Okay, and public IP address must be there, but for NAT gateway EIP will be there. EIP means elastic IP address,
Okay.
which is dedicated IP address.
Yes.
Sam, so we need to provide dedicated elastic IP address for NAT. You know what is EIP?
Yes, elastic.
Elastic means dedicated. You are providing dedicated IP address for this, which means it should not change.
Fixed, yeah.
It is constant. Dynamically, it should not change always.
Mm.
One IP should be there that should be dedicatedly for this
For this
database.
service.
You got it,
Yes.
right? So we can able to access. We need to connect. Okay. So next NACL will be there. NACL here. NACL, network access control.
Okay.
Okay, this NACL actually security layer. Okay,
Yes, security layer.
okay, this will provide the security to here. It's a
Okay.
kind of port, kind of. Okay, NACL is actually security port, kind of, right? Public. This is actually public NACL. Okay, it will provide the security layer. So how much security layer? VPC is also one kind, one security layer here, right?
Yeah.
NACL is also one security layer. Okay, that is also one security layer. Okay, so these many layers are involved in this.
Okay.
Okay, so this AWS will be provided. AWS will take care for NAT. You don't worry about this.
Mhm.
Okay, so what you understood, what not you understood, please ask me questions.
I understood everything. I mean, which I don't understand, I don't know because I've understood most of the things.
See, NAT NACL I will explain you again. So
Yeah,
maybe because I actually mentioned in one word, so I'll tell you. I need to take one example. So this is actually my institute.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, somewhere some classes are there. Different classes are institute means okay, one class not will be there, right?
Hmm.
AWS will be there. DevOps. Okay, Java, Python, something is there, right?
Yeah.
So something actually classes are running. You are belonging to DevOps, right?
Hmm.
Okay, or AWS for suppose. Okay,
Hmm.
you are here, you need to enter first DevOps AWS. How can you enter? Through main gate, right?
Yes.
Through main gate, 100% main gate. So
Yes.
if I close main gate, you could not able to enter inside the AWS class.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to enter first, you need to enter through main gate, and again after that you need to enter through other your door, different door. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is main door called as NAT, sorry, NACL.
In ACL.
So this is a kind of small example. You
Full
can
form of
consider like this. Huh?
full form of NS.
Network access control system.
Okay, network access control system. Okay,
Sam, you can ask me one by one question.
okay, got it, got it. Yes, yes,
Sam, are you with me?
yes, yes.
Questions, please.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I understood.
Right. Okay. Sam, are you there?
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I can hear now. Yeah. Sam, actually, I'm
Mm,
going to repeat here. In
okay.
VPC, how many things are there? Okay. In VPC, you have VPC, subnet. Okay.
Mhm.
Next, public subnet and private subnet.
Yes.
Okay. So next, jump server we discussed,
Jump server, Bastion server.
or bastion. Okay. So next, NAT gateway, SSH port, HTTP. Okay.
Correct.
Next,
NACL
internet gateway, NACL,
route.
route table. Okay. And
Yes.
MySQL port.
Yeah,
Okay. So these are all main components you need to understand first.
yes.
This is actually I created one project type of for creating some VPC. If I want to create some VPC, I need to take example, right? That's why I've taken some example. So one is actually one name I mentioned it as a web server. One other name I mentioned it as a database server. Okay. In general, I've taken this example. Okay.
Yes.
So for this, you mentioned VPC. What is VPC? You know already. You understood, right? VPC, virtual private cloud, which we need to isolate it from other projects,
Other projects.
right? So your project must be different and unique and safe and secure. That should not be included with other projects, which means VPC will isolate with the other projects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So subnet. So we discussed about public subnet and private subnet. Public subnet means through internet gateway. Okay.
One.
Public can able to access. Okay. Public can. Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Public can able to access
Mm-hmm.
using internet gateway. Okay.
Yes.
Through internet gateway, public can able to access here. Okay. Route table will be there. Route table also you need to. So while you are creating all these things, these options we included.
Will
Okay.
be there.
Right, will be
That's
there. That route table you need to provide, right? Here NACL also you need to provide. Okay. So you are actually user here. So if you want to create this, okay, one subnet if you want to create, you need to add internet gateway, route table and NACL.
please.
Okay. So that is for, if you want specifically, if you want to mention that, you can mention NACL, but it is for high secure, for
Mm-hmm.
security purpose, because everybody can able to access, right?
Right.
So we'll see how to create NACL also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then, so you actually mentioned internet gateway. You already created this. Then, so what will happen? Whatever the content is there inside this, you can
That's it.
able to access. Okay. But if you want to access, you need to open some ports, right?
SSH.
Related to this server port. Okay. If port means, if you are as a public, if you want to access this content, you need to open HTTP port.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Using, if I open this port, you only can access this.
Yes.
SSH cannot be open for all.
Mm, yeah. For
SSH
the
is for you only. Because if you want to do modify any content inside this web server, that is dedicatedly for you. Okay. So SSH connection is for you. SSH will be for you. SSH means 22 port we will be open for this, and you are going to open this port, and if you want to go inside this, you can do whatever, do modification changes, whatever do you can do. which means you have access through SSH connection for
Yes.
modification purpose. This
Mm.
modification SSH does not have for all the people.
Yes.
HTTP is for all the people. Okay,
Yes.
for index.html files.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So fine. You understood this here?
Yes.
Again, backend, if you want to try to access some content, that should be connected with the database.
Database.
Right? That database, if you want to connect, so you need to connect with this, only this database not belonging to here, right? Only this server, right? Database means it's a big database. Okay,
Yes.
this database should be open to entire this public subnet.
Right.
Okay, this database should be open to entire public subnet.
Prior public segment.
Okay, MySQL port, for example, if it is MySQL database, you will open MySQL port. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Aurora, if it is Aurora, you will open Aurora.
Right.
Something, anything. Okay,
Maria, then yeah, whatever.
Maria, if you want Maria, you can able to open Maria. Okay, Mongo, if you want, okay, Mongo. Some, there are
Whatever.
ports. Okay, so then you are actually entire opening this database related, opening entire subnet range,
Mm-hmm.
subnet level. Okay, if you open for this only, it will be allow only for this server.
Mm-hmm.
Inside this, see, this is not for one VPC, one IP address, right? You have 256 are there. If you want to utilize this 256 IP addresses, there are lot more instances need to be installed.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? If you want to install this, again, for every time you could not able to open, right? So
Right.
that's why if you open for entire subnet level, whatever instances you open, you launch here, that will be applicable to entire this subnet. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this database can be able to access. You clear?
Yes.
Right? So now again here another question. So okay, database is there. Database is highly secure. Hacker should not able to control this. Hacker should not hack this database. It should be very secure. Okay, so that is the reason we kept this in private
Mm-hmm.
subnet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we kept this in private subnet. So
Mm-hmm.
but how? That's okay, everything we opened and that's okay. But if I want to access it, or if I want to do modification, something happen inside this database, file
Mm-hmm.
deleted or file need to added, file need to do some changes, so how to do? This is
Yeah.
actually a good question, right? So to access that, we need to create
Create
jump
Bastion
server, yeah,
server.
or bastion server. Okay, so this access will be given to only administrator.
Administrator. DB administrator.
Yeah, DB administrator. So what is this port will be? The port is SSH connection.
That's only it.
Okay, this SSH connection you will be allowed to admin. That's okay. This is fine. But once you enter with SSH, you will see empty, right? So
Yeah.
here, what you need to open? You need to open
But
inbound
not
rules, MySQL,
SQL. MySQL.
MySQL port, and outbound MySQL. Okay. So this port should be open, correct?
Open.
So then only this DB can able to access this data,
Yeah, of course.
100%. So this is
Right.
all about this private subnet. Next, that's
No, but we have to create the DB subnet in through internet. For that,
yeah. So
NAT.
for every server to act to run to access, you must have
Internet.
internet connectivity. Without internet connectivity, there is no any kind of operations will happen. It won't works. Am I right?
Yes.
Without internet, it won't works. Correct. So to
Right.
provide internet for that, we have a service called NAT.
NAT.
Okay. So this using this NAT, we need to connect with DB.
Router
Route
with.
table also we need to provide. Okay, this is for IP address. What it will do is, so whenever you connect with this IP address, you just need to enable this route table. That's it. So it will give IPs. It will share the IPs.
Yeah.
Okay. So through which what will happen? The public IP will be there and private IP will be there for this.
Will be there.
Okay. This private IP called. So we need to um, sorry. So actually that public IP is there, right?
Mhm.
right? And for private IP address, will be sharing through here, okay, in
Mhm.
this range only. Okay,
Mhm.
sorry, I need to interchange this. Okay, fine, anything. So this
Mhm.
public IP, we need to keep dedicated IP,
Mhm.
dedicated IP. So
Yes.
this dedicated IP called as elastic IP.
Exit. Yeah. Private we will keep it private, but the public IP will
Yeah,
share.
for every service you must have private IP and public IP, right?
But we share only public.
Yes. So this NAT gateway, nobody. Why we are keeping NAT means this outside people hasn't have any kind of connection to this database.
Mhm.
Inside VPC itself, we are actually giving internet.
Right.
Okay, you understood? So you
Yeah.
make a doubt again. So okay, NAT actually is there.
Mhm.
Okay, you are connecting with the NAT here, but
Mhm.
where we will get internet to the NAT?
Yeah.
Because see, so when initially I told whenever giving the connection to this public subnet, okay, so this subnet I said clearly this is public subnet.
Yes.
Main internet is coming from here, internet gateway, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so and this is NAT gateway is actually is inside the service.
Mhm.
Okay, so through which this internet will share to this NAT, but it is very secure.
Mhm.
Okay, so internet will be provided for, especially for databases. We need to provide internet through NAT gateway. That's it. Simply keep in mind.
Okay.
Okay, so this
So
is
it will
how
come.
connection is.
So it will come from internet gateway only.
Yeah, 100%. The internet is coming from internet gateway, main internet, right?
That is also passing through NAT.
Yeah. Actually we made it as a public, right? We made this as a public.
Yeah.
Okay, so inside this itself, we are actually creating NAT.
So that is
whenever
also passing through
whenever
that.
you are giving internet, in the sense entire AWS is getting internet, right?
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
you able to access the AWS, right? However, this internet is actually taking by AWS, that AWS actually giving NAT, actually that internet is giving inside internally it will give, but NAT will provide security exactly internet to this database. This internal process will happen. Internet how it is getting, in the sense we can't see, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But inside whatever the internet is getting to this AWS, that AWS will provide to this NAT.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need anything actually. We don't take care, we don't care anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We just use the NAT gateway. This is actually one service. This service will be provided by AWS. We will need to use this
But
service and we
internet
need to
gateway
connect to
is
the
also
database.
given by AWS only, right?
Which one?
Internet gateway also is a part of AWS.
Yeah. But internet gateway is actually part of AWS only. But this is public, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is public, right? This public is connected to internet, public subnet.
Yeah.
Okay. This is public. You able to connect with this.
Mm-hmm.
But NAT way, no, right? Public, no interaction with the public.
Mm-hmm.
No interaction with this database.
Right.
With the public, I'm telling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Public does not have any interaction with the database. Public does not have any kind of internet access to this NAT.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, to provide this much big security to this database, we are actually providing jump server
Mm.
and also NAT gateway. NAT
Net
gateway is for internet, jump server is for accessing the database
database.
privately.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so this is all about VPC. I hope you can clear it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Any doubts, please ask me many times, no problem.
No, it's right. Done. Understood.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is actually same setup we are going to do. So while we are creating VPC, so I will create the same setup, because then whenever you do practically, so then you can able to understand very much clear.
Yes.
If you do practice on the same setup only, so then you will get more clear idea,
Absolute. Done.
right? So this is all about VPC. right?
Yes.
So we will create our own custom VPC tomorrow. No,
Okay.
not tomorrow. So tomorrow will be busy, right?
Yeah, Easter.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
Monday we'll see. Fine.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So any doubts, Sam? Don't hesitate. Okay, you can ask
Yeah,
me.
yeah, sure. I understood everything. I understood
So
everything.
now
You
I'm
have
going to questioning you.
yes,
What you
honestly.
understood. So what is internet gateway?
Internet gateway is like it's like a it's like a gateway which gives internet to the VPC, complete VPC. So it's like a door which opens access to the complete VPC, and whichever subnets are there, it gives internet to that. So it's like a entry door to VPC
So which means simply simple answer is internet gateway will provide internet.
to VPC.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Right.
correct.
What is route table?
Route table gives IP address to the subnets. It is connected to the to internet gateway, and through that, this route table gives IP address to the subnets.
So whenever you are providing internet, so it must provide IP
IP address.
addresses, right? So definitely, yeah, right. Whenever you are connecting with one, for suppose you are actually using Airtel broadband, right? So
Yes.
for that, Airtel service is providing internet IP addresses, public IP addresses providing by internet service only. So
Yes.
there is no any public IP address in your system. That is
Yes.
actually private IP address.
Yes.
Okay, so this public IP address is getting from internet service. Same way, so whenever internet gateway is using in the sense, you need to provide route tables. Route
Mm.
tables will provide the IP addresses.
IP addresses.
You got it?
Right.
So that route table is associated with the NAT gateway.
Gateway. NAT. Yeah.
What is NAT gateway? What is NAT
Yeah,
gateway?
NAT gateway. It's like it's like a highly secured gateway which gives internet to the database server to the highly secured server that you want to protect. It's not only database server. It can be any server which you want to really protect from the public. So NAT, it's a very highly secured kind of gateway which is exclusively provided by AWS to give complete security from any kind of external threat to that particular server. And it can be database server or it can be any server.
Yeah, whatever. If you want to keep that in private.
Yeah, private, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. The route table should be associated with the NACL.
Yeah.
That NACL will be provide the security. Okay.
Yes.
So what is NACL?
NACL is like a firewall, or
Kind of
it's like another security thing like NAT.
security layer. Yeah.
Yeah, to the subnets, right? To the
Yes.
public
Yes. 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 Public subnet.
public subnets. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. So what is Bastion?
Bastion and Jump server are actually servers which we create if we want to access database servers or servers which are highly secured. I mean, I think in this case, database server, and it is only operated by the database administrator and nobody else. And we also create ports like we create inbound and outbound rules, MySQL inbound and outbound ports to connect to the Bastion server. It is not accessible by anybody, only by the administrators who
Yes.
wants to make any kind of changes, modifications, anything on that server.
Exactly. Correct. Okay. So what is public subnet? What is private subnet?
Public and private subnet is, I mean, there are two. Okay, so public and private subnet. public subnet is a subnet which can be accessed by other people, by anyone, and private subnet is like for example, database server which you do not want to give access to anyone, which is highly secured. So that's private. Internally, which you don't want to tamper with, you don't want to modify. Not anyone can modify.
So internally only we can be accessible. So it is not available for the public.
It is not available public.
Yeah, it is not available in the public. Yes, right.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
I hope I think I covered anything left.
Yes.
Okay, project and share. Okay, I hope everything clear.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. I hope you understood very well. I think
Yeah,
so,
yeah, 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 yeah,
right? So this example is really good. I think so for
yeah, yeah,
better understanding.
yeah.
So let us do practical on top of this one,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So
That's correct.
first I will create VPC
Mm-hmm.
and follow the steps, and I'll create a VPC first. Inside that VPC itself, I'll create web
Subnets.
server. Okay, I kept my pen somewhere. I'm just actually looking. One second. Ah, yeah, got it. Yeah. I'm going to first I'm going to create VPC. I'm going to keep this subnet. Okay. So I'm going to assign this. Okay. And also inside this VPC itself, whatever you create. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Once you create the VPC, so again you are going to creating EC2 instances. At the time it will show existed VPC, my VPC, Lokesh VPC is there, Sam
Mm-hmm.
VPC is there. Or suppose this is a name, you need to choose your VPC,
Right,
this
right.
VPC. Okay, so then only you will this whatever instances that comes under this VPC. Okay, so I'm going to create web server. This is as just this is also one kind of EC2 instance. This is also one kind of EC2 instance. Not kind. This is VPC only. Okay, EC2 only. Okay,
Yes, yes.
so I'm going to keep this as a public. Okay, I'm going to keep this in private. Public in the sense I'm going to allow internet gateway to this server. I'm not going to allow any kind of public
Mm-hmm.
related internet to this. So I'll keep separate this one. Okay,
Separate this.
so first of all I'll create with this internet gateway, and I need to keep I need to enable route tables and NACLs. So we need to connect all these things to this web server. Okay,
Yes.
so in this web server we need to keep something. Okay, so after enabling this public IP, private IP, etc, etc, in this range I need to open subnet. Range is 10.0.1.0 slash 24. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll open this. In this database subnet, private subnet also 10.0.2.0 slash 24.
Mm-hmm.
This IP range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and also I'm going to create one more EC2 instance. Okay, that EC2 instance I'll open SSH port. Okay,
To
so
connect.
so it is actually inside in one box. Okay, but if you see in AWS, it is like instance 1, instance 2, instance 3. We need to keep it as web server. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is database server, this is
Mm-hmm.
bastion server.
Christian
Okay,
server.
like this. Okay, but
Correct.
while you are creating this web server, you need to mention options like related. So subnets, internet gateway,
Yes.
NAT, and route tables, everything while you are creating all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while you are creating VPC itself, we need to mention all these things. Internet gateway, we need to enable it. Okay, for VPC, for VPC we need to enable internet gateway, route tables, NACL. Okay, all these things,
All
right?
these things.
So whenever you want to, you can able to associate.
Associate.
Whenever you want to, you need to associate with the server. If you want to detach it, attach it, you detach it. You understood?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So something like that. Okay, you need to create EC2 instance here. You need to create EC2 instance like this.
Got
Bastion
it.
separate instance, DB separate instance, web server separate instance. You need to make web server as a public instance, DB as a private. because
Yes,
we
yes.
are not allowing anything, and we
Mm,
need to create NAT also.
nah,
This NAT, once after creating this NAT, we need to associate with this DB.
TV.
Okay, Bastion we need to associate with the DB.
Yes.
Got it? Using ports, allowing you need to port SSH port, MySQL ports.
MySQL inbound and outbound rules.
Yes, exactly. Right. So this is how we are going to see. I think
Yes.
almost 99% you got image how to do.
Yes, yes. That mind mapping is very important.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I have taken this much time,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So as today is Saturday, and that's what that was really uh, good
Okay.
time actually. We
Yes,
spent a lot good time,
yes, yes.
right? So Sam, that's all. That's all for today's class VPC, and we are going to set up this VPC on Monday,
Perfect, perfect.
right?
Yes,
So that's all. We'll connect. Maybe this class is too much, so it
yes,
cost around I think 1 hour 50 minutes.
yes, yes. Long.
So yeah, that's all. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir, perfect. Thank you.
Right? It's my pleasure, Sam. So I hope your account's clear.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the
So don't
card.
worry about this. Even though, don't worry. I will help you. Once
Mm,
after creating VPC by myself, if you want
mm,
to do it by yourself,
mm.
so I will provide my credentials.
Fine, fine. But will be done soon. It will be done. So I have started
Until
the
then we can
initiated the
adjust.
process.
Yeah, until then we can adjust. No problem at all.
Fine, fine. Okay,
Right?
okay.
So fine, Sam. Take care and enjoy tomorrow.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Take care. See you. Bye bye.